Yo, this is me, Mike, Ringmaster of the Imagination Circus, here to bring you another MLP reaction. This Season 8 episode. This is Season 20, I believe, and it's called The Washouts. So, that should be interesting. Also, Washouts. Washouts has many meanings, you know what I mean? It can mean a number of things, though I have a pretty good idea of what it's going for. Anyway, let's get to that reaction. I'm eager, I'm ready, I'm excited, I'm feeling good. So, let's go. And play.
Order, every pony! I hereby call to order this meeting of the Rainbow Dash Fan Club.
Oh wow, we haven't seen this in a while. I didn't even, and she's still spying, and wow, you gotta make that face? Isn't that the face that, Twilight made when she went back in time to a young Rainbow Dash? Because that's not a good face to be making towards a bunch of young children.
Meeting adjourned!
That was just really strange.
I'd like to call to order the first ever meeting of the newest and most exciting club, of which I am the president, founding, and only member, the Washouts Fan Club!
Okay. Not really where I was expecting things to go. Also, that might have actually been the fastest cold open the show has ever done. Like, seriously, that was really quick. But, yeah, okay, we start with Scootaloo and the Rainbow Dash Fan Club. I'm glad to know that was apparently still a thing, and apparently, I guess it makes sense, because that was how it was, like, the first time but we saw it, but still, good to know Apple Bloom is still letting her just use the clubhouse like that, since, again, it's on the Apple family property. Can't emphasize that enough. As I have before, including in a very particular theory of mine, I'm sure some of you, if not most of you, are very much aware of what I'm referring to. Regardless, I don't know. That was so quick. Also, the washouts. Also, wow. To have her, I guess what? Is Scootaloo ashamed to be a fan of something else and doesn't want to admit it? That's fine. She can be a fan of something else. She's obviously still a fan. And of course, Rainbow's ego is clearly going to interfere here. Obviously, if that reaction was anything. But seriously, though, that face she made, looking like she was so satisfied. I'm pretty sure that was the exact same face. Like, no, maybe not. Well, the face was definitely familiar. Somebody else tell me where that face came from. I'll put an image of it here in the video itself, in the editing stage. But please, somebody tell me, where have they used this face before in the show? I need to know. I need to know. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, hey, Scootaloo. I was just in the neighborhood. Oh, what's this? Did I interrupt your fan club meeting?
Hey, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
Okay, Rainbow, she could totally be a fan of something else. This is probably why she was doing it all by herself and really wants to hide it, because she knows your ego can't take it.
I heard everything when I was outside eavesdropping like I do for every meeting.
You eavesdrop on every meeting? That's weird.
So is you hiding in here to worship something by yourself.
And I probably shouldn't, because
also,
is wrong,
does that make Scoots the second most psychologically disturbed after Fluttershy, obviously?
It's time for me to explore other fan clubs.
What is the Washouts?
Only the newest and greatest and only stunt troupe in Equestria.
Stunt troupe?
How can I explain it? Like the Wonderbolts, just 20 bajillion% cooler!
20 bajillion?
They do all sorts of extreme stunts that focus on daredevilry and sheer guts, rather than—
In other words, really dangerous stuff? Okay, I think I know where this is going.
Information junk? Are you just repeating everything I say?
Only because my brain feels like it's strapped to one of those rockets about to explode.
So you do get it! Aren't they awesome?
Look, Rainbow, you should 100% be concerned, but I feel like you should be concerned for different reasons.
Stopping on every meeting is kind of weird.
She basically said that the Wonderbolts aren't cool. And
that's not really what she said. She's just interested in something else. Granted, she does feel they might be a little bit cooler, but that's fine.
I'm
I mean, I love Star Wars, but I also kind of like MLP a little bit more than Star Wars. I like One Piece more than Star Wars. I know. Hate me for it.
It'd be like if Apple Bloom started loving bananas more than apples. Y'all tell me if that ever happens, you hear?
Okay. Well, you know what? I always knew she was a little psychologically damaged, but I mean, they're all psychologically damaged, and I already brought that up. But seriously, I would not have put AJ that high on the list. She just moved up a notch. Also, bananas are great. I love bananas. I eat them all the time. I eat them way more than I do apples.
Save Twilight!
Pinky. I mean, Twilight helped, but Pinky just, jeez. Pinky.
I knew we should have lined up last night.
Oh, there you go.
I'm sorry for making us late. Who would have guessed extreme chocolate air show cupcakes would take an extremely long time to bake?
Out of pure curiosity, what's the extremeness of the cupcake? Also,
what do you mean? The show hasn't even started yet. Yeah, but look at what we're sitting on. Hello! The Wonderbolts have bleachers too. We practically invented sitting on bleachers. Ugh, and look at that! Popcorn and cotton candy.
okay, first of all, don't interrupt Lyra and Bonbon's clear date, and also, they're about to have a Randall.
This is the time. This is the place. This is
You know, okay, that sounds a lot like bulk biceps. If, you know, bulk biceps was a little, you know, less prissy, which is not a bad thing. I love bulk biceps. I mean, yeah.
Oh
Say with me now. The Washouts official motto. Leap before you look!
Again, while you're clearly jealous, Rainbow, I do agree that's a really dumb motto.
Amazingly awesome, the Washouts.
Listen, I'm all for thrills and dangerous stunts. Also, okay, not bad. Okay, that was funny. Nice going. But really, I like a good dangerous stunt just as much as the next guy. You ever seen Wipeout? Oh, that's a very familiar tail. Also, Rainbow's getting into it, but that's a very familiar looking tail color. Also, look how into it she's getting. This is probably part of the show. Also, yeah, considering if I know who that is, and the name makes sense now, then then yeah, it fits. That male color fits. I like a good stunt, but there's limits. There are limits.
Who are these guys?
I mean, really, there's a reason we have so many regulations now for this kind of stuff. You know,
I can't just go up and talk to them.
You can if you're with me. After all, one of the reasons there's a Rainbow Dash fan club is because I'm fearless. Observe.
Well, yes, but even you're smarter than these guys.
Hey! So, as a fellow aerobatic professional, I really enjoyed your show. Actually, you might recognize me since I'm pause for dramatic effect, a Wonderbolt.
Join the club.
Okay.
No, I mean literally, join the club. We're called the Washouts because we all used to be Wonderbolts just like you. Until we washed out.
No way!
Yep. Name's Rolling Thunder. I got booted out of Wonderbolt Academy.
Rolling Thunder, huh?
Disregard for
that weirdly fits with that accent, and I feel like that's on purpose.
100 million volts of electricity in a raging thunderstorm is wrong, then I don't want to be right.
Okay, I can kind of okay, see, even
this is
what?
Short Fuse.
Oh, nice to meet you.
What's your story?
Just get off my back!
So he okay. His parents clearly named him very, very
Only
poignantly.
the most reckless ex-Wonderbolt of all time.
She was never even a Wonderbolt. She got kicked out of the academy. It's freaking... Yep, I knew it.
Lightning dust.
Rainbow Dash.
Scootaloo.
Oh, I love that growl. That growling response was perfect. I love that bit. Also, yeah, lightning dust. Oh, I knew it was lightning dust. Gotta be honest, I kind of figured it had something to do with lightning dust. I mean, washouts. Although, she was never a Wonderbolt, though. I mean, I guess, I don't know if those guys saying they're kicked out, but she never got to that stage. She was kicked out in the academy, am I right? Like, she never got that far. Also, yeah, like I said, I think Scoots might be the most psychologically damaged, though to be fair, she apparently didn't get enough attention from her parents, who have been confirmed to exist. They're just very neglectful. She's not a goddamn chicken. Also, now, as for who's in third place, because obviously Fluttershy's in first place, with Scoots in second, maybe. Actually, you know what? That's probably a bit harsh. I feel like I could probably, she's still young. She could get better. Honestly, I should probably focus on the main six. If I had to say who was in second place then, I'd probably, it's a toss-up between Pinky and I guess, Twilight, and not Rainbow. Rainbow, despite having such a large ego and being a little dense and not the most book-savvy individual, is really not that psychologically damaged. If anything, she might actually be the least psychologically damaged out of the group, which is kind of weird when I think about it. But yeah. But I'm talking way too much about the psychology of the main six. Let's get going.
Lightning dust. I should have known you were the brains behind a crazy idea like the washouts. Or should I say, lack of brains.
You two really know each other?
Oh my gosh! This is so cool!
Your friend got me kicked out of the Wonderbolts.
You were never a Wonderbolt. You were kicked out in the academy, and you were kicked out because you almost got her friends killed.
To me? Great to see you, Wing Pony. I heard you're a full-fledged Bolt now.
Yeah, well, I'm still...
Mad at me? Look, was it wrong of me to endanger the lives of your friends? Yeah. But hey, now I only endanger these knuckleheads.
Don't call me Knucklehead.
Come on, you know you miss me. Me and her, we blew every pony out of the sky.
Really?
Actually, yeah, really. All that wind was totally dangerous, but we had fun, right? 2 fastest times on the Dizzytron.
If I remember correctly, I had you beat by half a second.
Only because when I went, I cranked up the dizziness factor.
Well, I'm glad it all worked out. Your show was pretty dynamite.
Want to know the secret? We basically ignore everything the Wonderbolts ever taught us about safety.
Well, we do have safety rules for a reason.
Don't listen to her, kid.
I'm glad to know that Rainbow has learned a thing or two, because yeah, safety is kind of important in situations like this. Again, I would gladly go bungee jumping, but I'm not doing it without the proper equipment.
The best of the best.
I mean, I'd pretty much do anything totally dangerous if I had the right equipment and someone there with me, because frankly, I'm not doing that shit alone. Don't be just sad and lonely.
Rolling Thunder is gonna be out for a while.
During the finale, I caught the old hind leg in the crushinated jaws of Smash-A-Lot. Patent pending.
Well, I'll give them this much. They're doing this of their own accord, and they're not endangering any pony else.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm already a Wonderbolt. I'll do it! Can I do it? Let me think. No.
I wasn't asking you. Aw, you're cute. But technically you haven't washed out of the bolts, which is kinda our thing.
And also, no.
Oh, what if I joined and dropped out super quick?
That's it. You're coming with me.
Where are we going?
To hear what the actual Wonderbolts think about you joining just to drop out for the washouts.
Say hi to Spitfire for me.
I do not, I still don't like her, and I hope we don't forgive her, because I don't like her. And we don't need, look, I could give with forgiving Gilda, especially under the circumstances, but I do not like lightning dust. I don't need no forgiveness for lightning dust.
See? This is what I was telling you about.
I got this. You know what happens when something goes wrong with the Crushinator jaws of Smash-A-Lot?
Patent pending.
You end up in a full-body wing and hoof gas drinking through a straw!
But with enough practice...
Practice? Well, la-dee-doo-da-da! Let me give you a different scenario. You're probably saying to yourself, I'm young, I'm strong, I'm gonna go out there and stunt some tricks with my new friend, Lightning Dust. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you play that game, you're gonna find out it's pretty hard to stunt tricks in a full-body wing and hook gas drinking through a straw!
I think she gets the point.
I'm not finished! Listen, I get it, kid. I used to be like you, telling myself, I'm gonna touch the sky.
I know.
Well, whoop-de-doodle-doo! You think you got it made in the shade?
Okay.
Well, things are gonna be pretty shady indeed when you can't go out in the sun, 'cause you're in a full-body wing and hoof gas drinking through a straw! Do I make myself clear?
Wow. Okay. Spitfire, you have never been more entertaining to me.
Sorry, that was a little intense.
Agreed.
I want to make sure you don't get hurt. That way you can follow in my hoof steps. Every pony's dream, right?
More like follow your wing flaps.
Same difference.
Thanks, super talented flyer, for clearing up what I should do.
Clearing things up is one of my specialties. Now, come on. Let's go rip up all your washout posters into tiny pieces and throw them off a cliff.
Okay. I get why you're doing there, but you're handling the situation rather poorly, Rainbow. As per usual, you're letting... And while part of this is clearly you're clearly worried about Scoots, but you're also letting your ego get in the way.
It seems too egotistical, doesn't it? Oh, maybe if they're framed, it's like, wow, she's so humble, you think?
Dude.
Scootaloo?
Dude, why? The idiocy going on here is kind of remarkable, actually, and...
My fault. Sorry, Twilight?
Sorry, I was just,
Please tell me you got that stuff so you could rip it up and throw it off a cliff.
They were doing an autograph session before practice.
Seriously?
You know, I have heard you can be a fan of somebody and disconnect them from their real-life persona. Like, you can be a fan of something that somebody does, but you don't have to like who they are as a person. You know what I mean? Like, you can be a fan of a good actor even if they do something terrible. If that sounds like something you might have heard about, I'm not referencing anything realistic. Well, maybe I am. The point is, you get what I'm saying? I feel like you get what I'm saying.
Like a good role model. Then hope she makes the right decisions.
But what if she chooses them over me? She's gonna get hurt.
I think I know some pony else who might get hurt if that happens.
Maybe you're right. But this isn't about me. I'm just worried about Scoot.
And I believe you, Rainbow. But at the same time, your ego does tend to cloud your judgment.
What kind of sorry excuse for tomato sandwich is this?
Sorry, Dash. Autograph session's over. Unless you want to buy Short Fuse's limited edition half-eaten tomato sandwich.
I'm not signing that abomination!
I love this guy. Why are little dudes who always get angry so easily or so funny? I love it.
You helping me find her, so I can apologize for trying to make her quit liking you.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she still likes us.
Scootaloo, you still can't even fly! Like, you can't get off the ground. How are you even supposed to do any of these stunts properly? Oh, the situation has escalated from bad to worse, and well... Oh. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Man, I wish I had some water with me. But yeah, you get my point, right? I mean, you have to. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't know if I'm sure this isn't happening to any of you, but I just coughed to the point and I'm seeing sparkles in front of my eyes. I'm not even joking. I'm seeing sparkles from a lack of air, maybe? I don't know, but it's happening in front of my eyes, and wow, blinking lights. Okay, I needed some water, clearly. My throat is dry, and that cough, oh yeah, okay, it's still happening. Okay. Anyway, let's move on, okay? But anyway, yeah, no, I always have so much to say, but I never feel like I could quite get it out. I want to try and be elegant, but I'm not really an elegant speaker. I'm an elegant writer, though. Seriously, when I write, I know exactly what I need to say. Maybe it's because I have time to think about it, whereas when I talk, my brain and my mouth are never quite on the same page. Regardless, let's move on.
Lightning Dust, I know we go way back, but I can't let her do this.
I don't need you standing up for me.
Obviously you do, because you can't see how dangerous this is. Do you not remember what Spitfire said?
Ugh, let me guess.
You'll be in a full-body wing and hoof cast, drinking through a straw. That doesn't even sound like Spitfire. That's it. We're leaving.
Just because I look up to you doesn't mean I have to be you. But based on your definition of what makes some pony great, I have bad news. I'll never be the best of the best or a Wonderbolt because I can't fly. Is that what you wanted to hear? But not being able to fly doesn't mean I can't do something awesome, like strapping my scooter to a multi-stage liquid fuel rocket and jumping 22 wagons lined up in front of a roaring crowd. That was awfully specific.
That's because it's what she'll be doing in the show tonight. Half off for princesses. Bring your friends.
Scootaloo, are you sure that's what you really want to do?
Absolutely.
And there's nothing you can do to stop me.
You're right. You're your own fool, and you have to make your own decisions.
Good. Because I already have.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a terrible idea.
Sorry for making us late again. Who would have guessed Scootaloo's super difficult stunt special cupcakes would have been so super difficult to bake?
Ooh-wee! Looks like all the Ponyville's here. Except for Rainbow Dash.
And here to introduce the most dangerous stunt we've ever performed, it's your fearless captain, Lightning Dust!
In just a moment, the newest member of the Washouts will be rocking.
Oh wow, even the friggin' Studio 6 are there. This is...
And over all 22 wagons to land on the other side in one piece. If she's lucky. Put your hooves together for Half Pint Dynamite!
Really? Half Pint Dynamite? Could you have come up with a... I mean, I guess the name Scootaloo doesn't really, you know...
Lightning Dust, I have to tell you, I actually started Equestria's first Washouts fan club, as far as I know. So this is a real honor, ma'am. Do I call you ma'am?
You land this jump? You can call me whatever you want.
Okay. But seriously...
Wow.
That
sure is dangerous? Nah. Well, maybe a little.
Has any pony tested it before?
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, see, now you're getting it, girly. And oh my...
There's more? You're not thinking of backing out, are you?
No! I'm just thinking about drinking through straws.
Are you the president of my fan club, or not?
Of course! It's just...
You wouldn't want to get impeached for dishonoring my wishes, would you?
Is that a thing?
I mean, that's a fairly good point. Also, yeah, this shows Lightning Dust's true character. This is...
Okay, no, I am thinking about backing out.
Too late.
Frackin' hell! Are you kidding me?
I know I was supposed to let you make your own decisions, but that doesn't mean I can't swoop in and save you from time to time.
Okay, see, that's how you do it. Also,
If
yeah!
I'd known you were gonna bail, I would have done the trick myself.
Great! So you won't mind how that rope's about to coil around your hoof.
Rivals for life!
There you go.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Nice!
Sorry for joining the Washouts. Lightning Dust wasn't who I thought she was. She didn't care about me being scared or putting me in danger. She only wanted a good show, even if it meant I got hurt. That's not the kind of pony I want to look up to.
I'm the one who should be apologizing for not acting like some pony who deserves a fan club. I've been lucky enough to have some pony who thinks I'm the coolest. But there's nothing cool about making you feel like you'll never be as awesome as me. I think we should cancel the Washouts fan club, because I know a fan club that could use some new members.
The Rainbow Dash fan club.
No, I was thinking, I think she means something else.
Welcome to the first ever meeting of the newest fan club for the awesomest, previously underappreciated pony in Ponyville.
I don't know about the. I mean, I feel like we probably find somebody a little bit more unappreciated, but I will say she definitely needs a little bit more appreciation. Oh my God, Rainbow Dash's parents are in there.
Rainbow Dash was right. Eavesdropping on your own fan club isn't weird at all.
Yeah, you would think that. Although, to be fair, if anybody deserved to be eavesdropping on their own fan club, it would be you, Scoots. It would be you. Also, I like the touch that Rainbow Dash's parents were there. Nice going. Okay, what are my thoughts of the episode? Well, I liked it. I really liked it, actually. I think this is one of my favorites for this season. Again, I would have to look back, rewatch, really think about it a lot. But I feel like this one would definitely be on a top list of favorites for this season for a couple of reasons. One, I think that the funniest joke in the whole episode was that thing about the banana with Applejack. Seriously, that is hilarious. I love it. As for the rest of the episode itself, I do kind of like that we got Lightning Dust again. Again, I mean, I guess that, you know, technically being in the reserves, I mean, she didn't even get to the reserves. She got to be in the academy or whatever. I don't know. So it's like, you know, it's like she can call herself a washout, but I did kind of like the introduction of Short Fuse and, Rolling Thunder. That stereotypical sounding Australian accent with the name Rolling Thunder, that that was very deliberate. Also, the tomato joke. Like I said, short dudes who have short tempers are hilarious. Napoleon complexes, am I right? Although I don't think Napoleon was actually as short as people think, but whatever. Not important. Seriously, though, it's like, add that, this is a new trio right here. These guys. So we have Anger from Inside Out. And then we have this guy from Mulan, who I can't remember his name. Which proves that it's been way too long since I've watched Mulan, even though it's one of my favorite Disney movies ever. And I love the song, "Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns." So yeah, and I got on a tangent. I always go on tangents, it can't be helped. But seriously, I really like this episode, and what I really like about it, outside of the just not only we get to see we get to see that, you know what, Rainbow was actually kind of accommodating to Lightning Dust. She kind of gave her, she treated her pretty well for someone who clearly she was upset for nearly killing her friends, because literally that's what almost happened. But she treated her with the proper courtesy that every pony should be treated with, regardless of the situation. But at the end of the episode, you know, both in her introduction, with her showing just as much anger towards Rainbow as Rainbow showed towards her, but at the end, with her complete disregard for Scoot's safety, it worked. It worked because it showed that, yeah, she's still the same. Not only does she not care at all, she just doesn't care. And the best part, we didn't forgive her. I know. I'm working on an episode, a video of mine where I go over the redemptions for certain characters and specifically villains in the show. and I want to talk about them, but I honestly have to say that I'm super happy we did not get a reformation for Lightning Dust. I am so happy. Gilda I've come to love because of how they did her character, both even from the very first time we were introduced to her in Griffin the Brush Off to, of course, the Treasure of Griffinstone. I love that. I felt like that worked out. But here, I love this even more because I don't feel like Lightning Dust is a character we should forgive, and especially in this episode, they made that work, and she got karmic justice. Yes! I loved it. I'm sorry. I just really like this episode. And I also like Scootaloo's reaction. Like, clearly, Rainbow with her ego, you know, she's good. She's acting like an actual big sister. Like, considering how neglectful Scoot's parents are, it shows that she's pretty much the closest thing to family Scoots has. But Scoots feels that she's being, like, put on an unnecessary amount of pressure, especially since she can't actually fly, so she feels like she just can't do, you know, the kind of things that Rainbow Dash does or will ever be able to do so. I don't know if that's confirmation. I don't want it to be. I do genuinely believe that with enough hard work, she could fly, but if she can't, that's okay too. Regardless, she's her own pony, and they proved it, and I liked it. And you know what? You deserve to eavesdrop in your own fan club, Scoots, but you know what? It's still weird. It's still just a little weird. Also, I will say the banana thing is actually really funny, but I actually want to, you know what? I actually gonna change what I said earlier. It's the second funniest thing of the episode. That thing with Spitfire losing it and going into the rant. She's never looked like more like an actual drill instructor until this moment. Anyway, I really like this episode. It's one of my favorites from this season, I think. I really enjoyed it. I might go into it more. I might make a list of my favorite episodes for the season. We'll see when it's all over. You know what? Oh my god, this is episode 20? Oh my god, so there's like only 6 episodes left. Oh my god! Oh my god! Regardless. Alright, thank you all for watching. This is Mike, Ringmaster of the Imagination Circus. Sometimes, I'm gonna try and say this more, sometimes the pony known as Archangel. I love you all. Maybe, okay, love is strong. I like you all. I thank you all for watching once again, and please come back for more. Thank you, and good day.